guys, welcome back to my channel. This is actually my first video with my face in it, so I should probably introduce myself. I'm Serena. This is my channel, obviously, and today we're going to be reviewing a UV lamp that I was sent to review. Not sponsored, not being paid, so I can say it's awful if it's awful, but it was sent to me, full disclosure. So this is the lamp that we're going to be looking at today. This is the Rainbow5 professional nail gel UV lamp. Now this was from a seller on AliExpress, so I will leave a link below. I probably should have got the dates before I started filming. 1 second. It was dispatched on the 29th of March and it arrived here in the UK on the 6th of April, which is very quick for AliExpress. I don't know if it was sent special delivery simply because I am going to review it, or if that is how fast it would arrive, but I will leave a link below to this exact seller and exact lamp as well, just in case it is that quick, because you know how long it takes things from AliExpress to get to anywhere really. But this is the box of the lamp. I've not opened it yet. I did spill some cuticle oil on top of the box. You can probably see this shiny bit here, so please excuse that. Now on the box, it looks like the lamp's going to be pink, and it actually isn't. It's silver, but amazing, it's holographic, and hopefully my lighting will show that up. It's holographic, which is amazing. So we're going to have a look at this and compare it to my old lamp as well. So just going off the information on the box, it is 48 watts. It cures with UV and LED, so it can basically cure any gel that you do purchase. It's non-blackening to the hands. It says it's non-harmful to the skin, and it says the word sunshine. Not really sure what that means, but it says the word sunshine, which is happy. So this is the box. It's pretty light, to be honest. This is the lamp that I'm using currently, and I've had this about 2 years now, and this is a little bit heavier. This is only a 36 watts, so I'm going to test them at the same time and see if it really does cure faster, being a higher wattage and whatever. But I've had this, yeah, about 2 years, and this one actually has bulbs in it, whereas the new one has those little LED lights, but we'll see that later on. So this is the one I've been using, and I think the bulbs do need replacing, so it's kind of the perfect time for me to have a new lamp anyway. But we're gonna do the two together. This is the one that I have currently. It's the Estelle Professional Range. It says nail dryer, but it is a UV and LED lamp. And it has a timer for 120 seconds or just continuous, whereas this other one has 3 timers on it, and we'll have a look at that in a minute. But yeah, 36 watts on my old one, and this is pink. I'll just quickly show you. It just looks like this. This is what I'm using currently. So let's see if a higher wattage is better. I've just noticed on the other side of the box here, it says that it comes in purple, white, silver, red, orange and yellow, but I have only seen silver and white on AliExpress, so I'm not sure about that. And then it says that it is a double light source for LEDs to cure UV gel builder and LED gel, and it has 50,000 hours of lifetime in it, because obviously with the other one you can change the bulbs out. This one, I don't think you can change the bulbs because they're like built inside it. We'll have a look in a minute. And it says it has strategically placed LEDs, so there are no dead zones. I've heard that sometimes if you miss your thumb, like with that one I can put my whole hand in and it's fine, whereas some lamps are really small. You can only do like your 4 fingers, then you've got to do your thumb separately. So let's go into the box and have a look what it looks like. Again, I've not opened this yet, so I'm intrigued. This is what it just looks like. It's wrapped, it's wrapped, and there's a little triangle on it that says qualified certificate, QC pass. I'm guessing that's just a little, I don't know. So let's take the lamp out. It's very light. It's much lighter than the one I have currently. Comes with a little adapter plug, which was in that. And here we go. Just gonna peel this off. Oh, that is pleasing. Okay, so it's holographic and it's gonna be hard to see because my light is so harsh. I'm just gonna turn the light off and hopefully you can see it. So it's much darker now that the lamp's turned off, but I'm gonna use the flash on my phone and hopefully you can see it's holographic. It's kind of hard to show. I'll get some better shots and put them in later, but the whole thing is holographic. Like in person I can see it, but it's quite hard to see on camera. So my first impressions is that it's really light. It has a removable and it's magnetic. There's some magnets holding it in, little plate, so you can take this out and clean it. And it has got the little blue thing on, so I'll peel that off. Five hours later. Okay, we've got it. It's so sticky. Ooh. It's like a workout. We got it off. So this is the plate that goes inside it, and I'll show you. It has these little dots here, are little magnets that hold this in, so it doesn't fall out, which is great. And then if you look above, you can see all the little UV and LED little lights in there. On the top here, we've got 3 buttons. The first one is 30 seconds, 60 seconds and 90 seconds. And the 90 seconds says it's a low heat mode, so it won't, you know when your nails heat up under a lamp and it like burns? It won't do that, supposedly. We'll find out in a minute. Underneath, we've just got the area where the plug goes in, and that's it. On the front here it just says Rainbow5 and it's holographic. Can everything just be holographic, please? Thank you. So I'm going to plug this in now. Let's see if there's anything else in the box. There is a little instruction booklet, user manual, and it has basically just tells you what all the parts are, and it tells you about the specifications. Nail lamp with intelligent sensor can automatically, it says, but I'm sure it means automatically, start when you put your hand under the lamp. That is so cool. I've never had a lamp that's automatic before, so that's going to be quite handy. And then we've got a box here, which I'm assuming is the plug. Yes. So when you order this, you can choose if you need a specific adapter, and they will send it with it. So this is the plug and the adapter. As you can see, I'm really not good at, okay, so it's not falling off, so that's good. Obviously it's quite annoying having 2 bulky plugs sticking out of the wall, but I think this is just a generic sort of plug. You could probably find a UK version of this to start with, and I might do that just so that it's easy to plug in. So this just goes in like that. Oh, it's turned itself on already. And then you can push the wire into this little holder bit here. Just gonna turn it off. How can you turn it off? I don't think you can. So at the moment you can see it's got a little counter here. I think it's flashing because of the camera, but in person it's pretty steady. It's counting down from 30. So I don't want to blind you, but it's pretty blue in there. I can feel a bit of heat coming from the lamp, like the light, which I can't feel in my other one, but it's not like hot or burning. It just feels sort of like a little warm hot water bottle situation. It's not even on anymore, still got my hand in there. So yeah, I like the counting down feature. However, because obviously I'm using this for myself, the plug's just come out of the adapter. That's going to be a problem moving it around. So I'll definitely look for a plug that's just the UK straight away. What was I going to say? So the lights at the, sorry, not the lights, the timer on the lamp faces away from you. If you're doing your nails on yourself, you can't see the numbers because they're upside down. Whereas obviously if you're using it for a client and they're putting their hand in, then you can see the timer. Generally, I don't really need a timer. I just wait till the light goes off and then I take my hand out. So it's not that big of a problem. But however, words. But if I'm going to be doing someone else's nails, then obviously the timer will be helpful. I can see how much time I've got left before I need to move on to the next thing, so I can get my stuff ready for the next nails or whatever, you know what I mean. So personally, it's not really that big of an issue because I don't look at the time. The other one doesn't have a timer, so it's not like a big issue for me. So now we're going to test this compared to my other lamp and see which one works best on a really dark gel polish, which I know takes a little bit more time to dry because of the pigment in the gel. So one thing I have noticed is that this lamp does not have an on and off switch, so the second you plug it in, it turns itself on. I don't know if that's the sensor or if it's just automatically turns on. So I just plugged it back in because it fell out of the wall and it's turned itself on again. So that is something to watch out for. Make sure you're not going to blind anyone or blind yourself when you plug it in. So I've got both my lamps here. This is my old one, and as you can see in there, it's got little bulbs. I think there's 4 of them. And I just accidentally pressed the button, so now they're both on. But the good one about this is that I can turn it off, which I do really like. I can turn this on and off. The plug is UK, and so far, so good. I've been using this for 2 years. While we're waiting for this lamp to turn itself off again, I've got some swatch sticks here, and I've got a range of colours. So I have got a glitter one, which I'm just going to see the difference between the 2 lamps, securing that. I've got a dark grey polish, which is the one I'm going to test pigment wise because of the wattage difference between the 2 lamps. Then I've got a bright red one, and I've got a navy blue one, and I just thought they would be nice to see how it works together. So I'm going to start with my bright red polish because this is quite pigmented as well, and it's going to be interesting to see how well it cures. You can see how pigmented this is because I am doing it on a clear stick rather than a white one. So you can see that is super pigmented because that's only one coat, and you probably don't need a second one either. So I'm going to see if the sensor works. Just move that one away. So it's not turning on with a sensor. Not sure where the sensor is. I think it's below there. There we go. This plate was just moved a bit. Oh, it only stays on if my finger's over the sensor. So if my hand's in there, it'll turn on. That's pretty cool. So for this swatch, I'm just going to put it on for 30 seconds and see how cured it is. So it's been 30 seconds. I'm just going to tap it with another swatch stick to see. It's cured, which is amazing because in my other lamp, I generally just leave it in for 2 minutes every time, and it's sometimes even 2 minutes is not enough. That could be because the bulbs need replacing though. So you can see it's not coming off on my other swatch stick. So now I'm going to do another red nail, but I'm going to put it in my old lamp, and I'm going to have to count to 30 because obviously it doesn't have a timer on it. I'm going to set my phone to 30-second timer and press go on this at the same time, so go. So I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to have a look at it with a swatch stick again and see if it is dry or not. So it's dry-ish, but I can see it's making dents in the polish, and there is actually a bit coming off on, if it will focus. If I just, you can see it's coming off on the thing. So it definitely dried better in the other lamp, and that's probably because of the wattage difference. So this time I'm going to set my phone to 1 minute, and I'm going to do both lamps at the same time with a dark grey polish and see how that goes. So I'm going to start the timer first and then quickly press both lamps at the same time because I don't have 3 hands. So start and then go. And let's see how they both are after a minute. So both lamps are done. Let's have a look at the old lamp first. Pretty much dry, I would say. A little tiny bit damp, I think, but nothing major. And the other one, I can tell that this is much drier, because this one is making tiny little dints that do go away, but this one's not making any dints at all in the first place. So I definitely think that the higher wattage is better, obviously, but in drying a really dark pigmented nail, I think they're pretty similar, but the new one is better. So pros and cons with this lamp. Pros, I liked that it's a good shape and that it has a sensor. When you put your hand in, it will light up for 60 seconds as long as your hand is in there continuously, whereas if you take your hand out, it will turn itself off. I like the fact that it has a 30, 60 and a 90-second option, and I do like the little timer, but it's not really useful for me since I'm going to be doing my own nails most of the time. It's really light. I like that compared to my other one. My other one's quite bulky. This is quite light and easy to move around, because why wouldn't you be doing that with your lamp? What else? It's holographic, obviously. Cons to this, I don't like the fact that it doesn't have an on and off switch. I don't like the fact that it doesn't have a continuous button like my other lamp does. And I don't really like the plug for this either, but again, that just comes with the territory of buying it from another country. I'm sure I can find a plug that's the same, the same input as this needs, but with a UK plug already attached. I can probably find that somewhere. Any other cons? I don't think so. So far, really liking this. I'll continue to use it on my channel and let you know if anything else comes up that I do or don't like. I do like the little bulbs under there, and the fact that the wattage is higher means I spend less time with my hand under the lamp, which is always good, because obviously UV rays aren't great for you. The amount of time that you spend under there, it probably isn't going to do anything to you, but because it's not like going on a sunbed, but it's obviously not the best for you. Whereas my other lamp, because of the wattage and because of the bulbs, I spend 2 minutes under there with every coat, every time I apply something to my nails, so it does build up. And I have been thinking about buying those gloves that have the little cut off on the fingers that you can buy, so that my hands aren't getting too much UV damage. But yeah, I'm really pretty pleased with this so far. Nothing else I can really say other than I will leave a link to it below, and let me know if you have used this or you have this and what you think of it. Remember to subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more nail tutorials, reviews and just anything from me, and make sure you click the little bell on the notification so you make sure you know when I subscribe, because of the whole YouTube thing going on at the moment. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!